girl right here. All these $100,000 a pop. So look, 100,000, 200,000, 300,000, 400,000, 500,000, 600,000, 700,000, 800,000, 900,000. That's $1 million right there. That's what I'm willing to invest in my next superstar, because I'm starting a whole new label, fresh, So Icy Millionaires. So who want to join my new label? Because I'm looking for my next male superstar. Babe, where you at with the count? How much you got over here?
So far, I got 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 8, 9, $1 million. I got $1 million, plus I got some extras that I'm still counting up for the female artists.
So I got $1 million for my next female superstar. I got $1 million for my next male superstar. Who want to join the So Icy Millionaires? Hit my DM right now. Happy 4th of July.
Fuck y'all haters. Ow.
What's going on with all my billionaires out there? This the guy, Hoods Billionaire. Welcome to Hoods Billionaire TV. Big favor, big abundance. On today's episode, we're going to be talking about Gucci Mane and CASHAPP. They starting a new label, So Icy Millionaires. They paying $1 million for the first two artists. $1 million a piece. Let's talk about it. So, Gucci Mane recently just came out. New post talking about he looking for 2 new artists. Right, they starting a whole new label, brand new from the ground up, So Icy Millionaires, right? And he only gonna start with 2 artists, and he paying them both $1 million each, right? So how do we feel about that? Number one, let's just be real, okay? $1 million deal. Y'all gotta know how this type of stuff works, man. You know what I'm saying? This is definitely a 360 deal if Gucci Mane is giving you $1 million up front, right? So you got to know that right off the bat. Gucci giving you $1 million up front. It's a 360 deal where he probably gonna get a piece of everything, from your publishing, sales, merch. You know what I'm saying? The streaming platforms, YouTube. I mean, he probably gonna take a piece, pretty much a cut or percentage of everything, to get that money back. Because if he giving you $1 million, he probably gonna, he gonna want $3-4 million back. So that might take a long time to recoup, depending on how much motion you got, right? So if you got a lot of motion, it might not take that long. You never know, right? So it's one of those situations where, like, I highly doubt that's a lucrative deal for an artist that might already have a lot of motion going on. Right, if you probably might be better off just grinding it out yourself, and doing it that way. But if you feel like, hey, I take a big, advance check up front, I'm gonna work my move, you know what I mean, with the money, and I'll still turn up, get my shows, and it's gonna give me a bigger platform where I can reach more people, then it probably might make sense for you, right? So you'd have to see how the deal is structured, have a lawyer look over it, right, and see if it makes sense for you. And if you one of them artists where you got a lot of motion, you got a lot of hit songs, you already really jamming in your section, and the deal makes sense for you, or you can negotiate a deal, maybe take less, right? Like, don't be smart, know how to negotiate, know how to, hey, I don't even need the whole $1 million, I just need your platform, and give me, 300,000, and I want to be able to keep my publishing and keep my masters, and you know what I'm saying, or we can split my publishing, you know what I'm saying, for a certain amount of time, or a certain amount of albums, or you know what I mean. But I gotta be able to keep my masters, I gotta be able to keep all my royalty money, I gotta be able, negotiate. You don't have to just take that whole $1 million up front, man, because it really ain't $1 million after you pay taxes. Like, let's just be real. So know that, right? So that's number one. Number two, I salute Gucci Mane for rebranding, man. I salute him for rebranding. I think he brought a lot of that energy that came with the new 1017, right? It was a lot of robber, killer, driller energy that came with that old camp. That's why a lot of them guys got locked up or OD'd, or you know what I'm saying. It ended up falling apart. You know what I'm saying. So it's I like that he rebranded. You know what I'm saying. CASHAPP, she smart, she helping him. I think they just said, let's just go ahead and we gonna just dissolve that old label, and we gonna rebrand. So I see millionaires, you know what I mean? And instead of, giving a bunch of $100,000, $200,000 deals to 8, 10 different artists, right? He's saying, let me just focus on 2 really hot artists that I can pump $1 million into, right? So I respect him for rebranding, man, because sometimes you gotta rebrand, man. I just think there was a lot of negative energy that was attached to that old label based on the artist that he had in it. You know what I mean? Like, it was hot for a little second with Fujiano and Pooh Shiesty and all of them, and Big Score was bubbling, but Pooh Shiesty get locked up, Fujiano get locked up, Big Score end up passing away, ODing. Enchanting just passed away, ODing. What's buddy name out of Waco? Was it Hot Boy West? Hot Boy West get locked up. Like, all of them guys got, either locked up, court cases, or end up passing away, from ODing. So I think that was smart to just leave the energy of that alone, right? Just leave the energy of that label alone and rebrand and start fresh and start brand new, with the positive and the right mindset. So Icy Millionaires, I like that. You know what I mean? Financial empowerment. You know what I mean? Hopefully, he getting the right type of energy and bringing in the right type of artists. So I salute him rebranding. I salute Keisha helping him. You seen they was counting out $1 million. So that's a good thing that they rebranding and they starting fresh, right? And I like the fact that Gucci Mane don't got no quitting him, because that label didn't go well, he not afraid to say, you know what, I'm gonna start all over and I'm gonna start a brand new label. Like, we all know he got the eye for talent. Gucci Mane pretty much had something to do with pretty much every top rapper in Atlanta's career. Like, he either spotted the talent first, you know what I mean, it was, a part of they beginning processes, or he, worked with the talent first, you know what I'm saying, and was like, man, I know these people gonna go. So Gucci got an eye for talent. The new 1017 had a lot of really good artists. Gucci done had some good artists, you know what I mean. It's the energy that come with it. So I think maybe with this new 1017, the So Icy Millionaires, I think that might be a good thing for him. Like I said, I think any artist that come, don't be afraid to not take that whole $1 million, man, and use that as negotiation, right? Like, hey, okay, just give me this up front, especially if you coming with a bag yourself, right? You got a couple, 100,000 that you playing with. Hey, I don't even need all that. Give me 100,000, 200,000. You know what I mean? Let's use the rest for marketing, because I need the more than the machine, your platform, I need the marketing. So, you know what I mean? You got to know, but I still need to, keep my publishing. You got to know how to speak and negotiate when it comes to these deals, man. Don't just go take the whole $1 million. Oh, I'm a millionaire. But like, say, after you pay tax, you're not a millionaire no more, right? I'm sure there's other shit that you probably going to want to do. So, know what you're getting into. Have a lawyer look over it. Right, and then make sure the terms best fit you, cause Gucci Mane only gonna give $1 million to somebody that's really piping hot and got hella motion, right? So if you really piping hot and you got hella motion, make sure that the deal makes sense for you. Make sure you got leverage too. He want to sign you to make money off of you, so make sure that you equally benefiting from the deal. But I salute Gucci Mane for rebranding and starting fresh, also as well, like. Doing what he got to do. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. This the guy who's being there. Big favor, big abundance. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. This the guy who's being there. Big favor, big abundance, man. I'm gone.